Hey, it's Nick, and welcome back to the channel. And here I have Transformers Custom Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I've made a couple custom Transformers in the past. I made a custom of a Siege Thundercracker, and I turned it into Acid Storm, kind of in the style of the classics. Acid Storm, so he's got like a little bit of a camo paint job going on. I also did a custom of Siege Megatron, and it just made him all sorts of silvery and more battle damaged than the other version. And here I have Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I got this guy on eBay a couple weeks back, and honestly, I'm really happy that I finally got this thing, because this was my only Bumblebee for like the longest time. It's a really good mold, it just isn't the color that it should be. Here's a little comparison of a painted versus unpainted one. Now, in the car mode, it's not as noticeable what the details are with this guy, if you don't already have him. In the front, I picked out the headlights and like the fog lamps. I also took some gold, or maybe, I can't remember if the Chevrolet logo was gold or if it was all silver. So I either painted it gold in the inside there or did silver outlining. I also, around the lip of like this bottom grill, painted a little bit of black. I think it makes it a little bit nicer, and I feel like it looks more like the Camaro with the bigger bottom grill, because you can see here it's painted black, here it's yellow. So it was like this on the original version, then I painted that. I also touched up the front splitter. Side skirts I painted black. I don't know if that's accurate, I just think it looks more sharp. And then I painted the stripes here and these little yellow details. Not much on the back. Now, the underside is really where it's obvious that I painted this guy. So what I did is all of the gray sections or yellow sections that needed to be gray, I did a couple base layers of black and then dry brushed silver over top to get some of those details. So I'm going to transform this guy, and you'll really be able to see what went on with him. Also, forgot to mention, around these I painted black and then highlighted silver with the window wipers. I don't know if they're supposed to be silver, I just think it looks nice. Onto robot mode. Actually, I just forgot. There's another comparison that I wanted to do with the Studio Series toy. Keep in mind, keep ignoring that this is tiny. It's kind of crazy just how much worse modern toys kind of like feel compared to old ones. I mean, I don't think that this really looks like Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, ignoring like the NASCAR hood or window strap things. I feel like this unpainted looks more like the Dark of the Moon Camaro than this thing does, even though it's like technically more accurate. Underside, comparing the back. Mine out of the box came with scratches on there, which is super annoying. Not really happy about that. Anyways, time to transform it. And here he is in his robot mode. Now all of the details, I think personally, stand out way better. So let's bring him in a little bit closer so you can see his head. I picked out a lot of the details in silver. How close can I get him to where he's still able to be focused on? Something I did with all of the yellow bits. Focus, come on. With all the yellow bits is I like dry brushed a little bit of black and then did some light silver markings on there to give it like a battle worn look. It's more visible. Come on, focus, Jesus. I'm literally tapping on the area where it should focus. Why is this phone being so stupid? There we go. So you can see over here on these edges, just some like little advice. If you want to look worn like this, on the edges, sharp edges like these that Bumblebee has on his shoulder pads are a great place to do these little scratches. It's also where it makes the most sense. And then for the black, basically anywhere is good to make it look random and not like it's painted on. This one kind of looks like it's painted on, but I also kind of like the look of it. His arms, something I'm super proud of. These, I layered a lot of silver to get really shiny in those areas. Then I also put some gold and brass highlights there. His fingers, less so, because those were actually painted yellow. And what I did is I mixed yellow and a little bit of orange because it's kind of an orangish, yellowish plastic. It's also a little bit translucent, this plastic, which doesn't help, especially in areas like the doors, because you can kind of see the black paint through the other side. I don't know if it shows up as well on camera or on YouTube, but like in person, it's very noticeable and it kind of looks really shitty. So I should have done like a base layer of white or yellow or something, then put the black, but whatever. More little battle damage. Other arm, more details, battle damage. Other side, fingers kind of look crappy. The chest, these were picked out in yellow. They're supposed to be, excuse me, I need to readjust myself. Those are picked out in yellow with some little silver scratches on there. Same thing with these, a little bit less silver. Some of these like gears and like, I don't know, pistons in his chest. Dark of the Moon, he's got abs, I think. So I highlighted some of the more apparent details in silver. I was gonna originally paint on the license plate, but I think just leaving it white works best for now. There's some more gold highlights in his crotch area. And also around this section, I highlighted these sections with silver for like panel lining. I'm really happy with the way that his thighs turned out. They're the first section I actually painted. And this like section here, I layered a lot in silver because I kind of wanted them to stand out. I don't know if they actually do stand out like that, but I wanted them to look like that. Then the inside of his leg, I did a whole bunch of wire details, a lot more gold details on the feet than anywhere else on the body. I don't know if that's accurate, but I think it looks more mechanical and more awesome. The inside of his calf, kind of just some black dry brushing and a little bit of black with some silver dry brushing there on the inside. Not much detail going on there. His feet were entirely yellow plastic, and this looks so much nicer. So yeah, and the feet, I'm really happy with the way I got those to look. They're a little bit more dirty, a little bit more black dry brushing going on there. So it's like he's been walking around a lot and these get all sorts of dinged up. The only unfortunate thing is that if you look at his toes, focus, if you could focus, that would be awesome. On the like the very tips of his toes, some of the black black paint is scratched off, revealing the yellow plastic underneath. Next time what I would do is I'd probably take some sandpaper to a lot of the areas just as a whole so that the paint can like stick better, if that makes any sense. Probably not sand it down, like maybe use like 400 grit or something super fine so it's not too noticeable. Also, I did a little bit of gold dry brushing on these shoulder details. The inside of the wheels, so there's some minor details there. Like I showed off previously, the back of the doors. I don't know why I did silver when this would be like car cushioning or whatever. The inside here, I didn't paint anything in there. The only thing I don't like about this mold is this joint right here is super tight, and I have to like put a lot of like pressure on it just to get it to like move out of the way when I transform it. I also did some mechanical detail, or like some silver dry brushing in there that you can barely see. I tried to paint like every square inch of this guy's gray plastic, but there's obviously going to be some things I missed, like the backside of joints. Actually, did I get that entire section? That's crazy that I missed those. Guess I'll have to touch those up. Back of the legs. Not much to look at. Oh wait, I totally forgot to dry brush those. We'll just ignore that for now. Back of the toes. Same thing over here. It's kind of scratched away. These kind of the toes obviously come in contact with the ground, and so do his ankles, so they kind of get scratched up. I'm surprised that his feet on the bottoms aren't more scratched than they are. I'm really proud of the way that the dry brushing looks here. I think it looks really cool. Now I think we should compare him to the Studio Series 1. And yeah, there's definitely like a stark difference in the gray plastic and then like the painted details. Ignoring that he's short, I still don't think this is a good toy because it's trying so hard to be accurate from strictly head on, and then like as you turn it, it just kind of, the backpack is not very nice. When this guy, it actually gets the spoiler where it needs to go, arguably. Not even close. And I think this is honestly more of a fun toy than this. This is just trying too hard to be accurate from directly front on, when this is just, it is not bothered by being accurate. It's just trying to be a fun toy, and I think that's why it succeeds over the Studio Series. Anyways, not to bitch about Transformers too much, even though I do like doing that. This has been a look at my custom Bumblebee. I hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe I'll make some more customs in the future. Thanks for watching.